Hey everyone, Eric here, and I got a piece of advice today for you that will hopefully help out some of you beginners as well as some of you advanced players. And what I want to talk about is cleaning up your playing. And I have two scenarios that I want to talk about that with. And the first one is pertaining to chords. So, looking at just a few open chords, for example, E major and G major, pretty easy as long as you're holding down the right notes. You strum all 6 strings and you got your chord. Now when you get to some of the chords like C major, A minor, D major, you come into that problem where you're not supposed to strum the top string or the top 2 strings for D major. And when you get into strumming a pattern, it gets a little bit difficult to not hit those strings. So what I always advise the students, and what I like to do, is to use my thumb to mute that top string. That way, it doesn't make much of a sound, you won't hear it once you're strumming, and you can strum your patterns without worrying about hitting that top string. You can basically just strum all 6. So C major, for example, sound kind of like this when I'm holding down my thumb. Now if I'm not holding down, it's going to sound a little messy because you have that open E. So hopefully you can hear that difference in sound when you use your thumb there. And I like to do that with any chord where I'm trying to avoid the top string. A minor, D major, I'll even go all the way across and try to get 2 strings. If you can do that, that's pretty helpful. But this even goes beyond just open chords, even if you're playing some movable shapes, like major 7ths, for example. It's really helpful to throw that thumb on there so you don't get that open string, even if it's on accident. Especially if you're on a chord where it's really going to stand out, like maybe some sort of E flat chord. It really doesn't sound good with that note in there. So just for security reasons, I'll put that on there, and I can get away with strumming all those strings without getting that open bass note. So that's the first scenario. The second scenario is when you're playing with distortion. And this came up because a student was working on a Black Keys song called I Got Mine, and he was having trouble getting it to sound clean. So the riff kind of sounds like this. And the problem I found was basically that he was just letting that top open string ring out as he was playing the other notes. So he was playing it kind of like this. And when you have that open string ringing, it really muffles the other notes, especially with distortion, because distortion, open strings stand out a lot more. So, just like with the chords, when you have a situation like that type of riff, I like to put my thumb on that top string whenever I'm not playing it, just to keep it quiet in case I accidentally hit it, or if I hit an open note and it's still ringing, I just want to cut it out. So I'll do that in between the other strings. So that really helps clean up the playing, clean up the sound, and this can be helpful with any type of riff where you have basically like an open E string alternating between other notes. And you want to keep that clear sound between the different strings, the different notes. Well, hopefully this has been helpful to you guys. Take it out there and give it a try, and I think you'll definitely find that it helps clean up your sound and makes your playing sound a lot better. Thanks for watching.